Talking about kegs and eggs, fertility and oocytes. Talking candid while having a drink or two. You'll hear real talk from a real genetic counselor who's miscarried multiple times before. It's time for Katie Lee CGC.
Hey everyone, happy 2022. I just got back from running. I always come up with so many good ideas for what I want to do for my channel when I'm running. So I thought I would scribble some things down, and then I was like, okay, everyone's out of the house. I should just film a Kegs and Eggs segment. So 1 year ago, I started my YouTube channel, my other channel, which just reached 1,000 followers. And then shortly after, I realized I had to divide my two channels. One's about genetic counseling and applying to genetic counseling school, and this one, which is about fertility, miscarriage awareness, and reproductive genetics. And I used to do this segment called Kegs and Eggs, where I had a drink with you and I talked about my eggs, my oocytes, what was going on with my fertility. Now, last year was a amazing year for me because after 5 miscarriages, me and my partner finally had our daughter, Frenchie, or French fry. And she is now 4 months. She just turned 4 months on January 6th. I forgot to even go get my drink. So come on with me for a tour. I'm gonna go get my drink, and then we'll talk a little bit about what 2021 brought and what the plan is for 2022. I'm gonna show you, these are the cups I always like to drink of. My mom actually had gotten them for my husband, and then we broke them, so I keep buying more. I'll link them down below. They're just these really pretty, like, perfect beer glasses, and like a good portion of how much they cost. I think they weren't that expensive, like maybe like $15 a cup. I think like $3 or $4 goes to water for underdeveloped countries, and each cup has a different pattern for different countries. Okay, we're in the garage. You can tell it's a mess. It's because we're redoing our deck, so we got lots of crap, and my husband does fly remote control planes. And then we have this keg. We may be a little hard to pour. Here we go. Which I really like. And right now we have a brown ale, which is one of my favorite types of beers besides hazy IPAs. So I'm gonna pour that and head back upstairs to talk with you. All right, happy Sunday. Back upstairs we go. All right, Ghost Baby in the swing. It's just pretty much always on 24/7 in our house. So 2022, what does the year have in store? I really wanna get a little bit more consistent with my channel back in my recording area, which is also a mess. I just started work last week. It was my first week back. I decided to go back at 15 hours per week, so I'm working 3 5-hour days from like 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. my time, 3 days a week, and I think that's perfect for me. I know to a lot of you who work full-time, it doesn't sound like a lot of work, but I am honestly so thankful. It's one of the things I always tell my husband, I'm so thankful that we have the ability for me to work part-time, because I just love getting to be the primary caretaker for my kids, and I want to be that. So Frenchie's going over to our neighbors, which works out so well. I just walk her right next door. So I'm so thankful for her too. And it went well. It went well. I was ready for it in the house. It was so nice because since I am the primary caretaker, the kids are almost always home for me, except for right now. Actually, I just heard them pull in. So it was so nice to have the house to myself and just like peace and quiet and working for 5 hours. I really enjoyed it. I was a little overwhelmed the day before work started. If I try to do YouTube consistently, that takes about 5 to 10 more hours a week, though I try and do that in like off hours when my kids are sleeping. So we'll see what the year brings and if I up my hours at all or what happens. I kind of just go with the flow in that department. Trying to think what else I've been up to. We had a really nice Christmas. We just stayed here in Colorado, and we had a small Christmas with just my family, my husband and my 2 kiddos. And then we did a fancy Christmas dinner with our best friends here and their daughter. Something I always wanted to do when I heard that other people do this, like in my mind, I made it if I was having surf and turf for dinner on Christmas Eve or Christmas. Like that was one of those things that you think about growing up. I grew up middle upper class, but growing up, it was one of those things where it's like, oh man, if I'm having surf and turf, I am living life. So we did that 1 year ago for the first time, and I ordered like the crab bibs and the crab leg crackers, and I'm gonna keep the tradition alive. I think it's so fun just as a novelty to have crab legs and steak. So we had that with our friends, and that was really fun. And then another night we went over to my sister-in-law's parents' house and celebrated with my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, some more family, and my 4 nieces. So it was a really nice holiday. Sunny is 5 years old, and man, it's just like such a magical age. There's so much excitement, and it's so fun to see just the joy, the Christmas joy on his face throughout the month of December. So I'm kind of sad it's over. We just took down our tree, and I was like, the living room's so empty, and I like the sparkle of the lights, and I like Christmas season, and it just went by like that. It was crazy. That's one of the reasons I haven't been on YouTube. I just wanted to soak up all of the moments with my daughter and enjoy my family without feeling any stress or pressure that I needed to film and get videos up and edit. So I don't know, that's probably what I'll do forever. Just when I've got the extra energy, I'll record. For me personally, besides work, other things I'm up to, I started taking ice skating lessons in October because my son has been taking like pre-hockey ice skating lessons, and in order to practice, you go to free skate. My sonny is a clingbot, so he wants me to free skate with him, and it just got kind of boring, just like poorly skating in a circle. So I thought, hey, I'll take adult ice skating lessons, and it's good exercise. It's been really fun. I just moved up to level 2 to intermediate. So I'm working on backwards skating faster and crossovers and little spins. I'm also doing a couch to 5K exercise plan. I got so out of shape during my pregnancy with Frenchie because it was so hot. It was like 100 degrees every single day of the summer leading up to her birth in early September. And it was the first time in my life that I've not exercised regularly for that long. So I'm running and doing this couch to 5K plan on Runkeeper, this app. I'm really enjoying it. It is a paid app, but it keeps me going because the trainers on the app tell you exactly what to do, and you don't need to think about it. You just turn it on and go. I'll link that app down below. And then the whole name of the segment, Kegs and Eggs, what's going on with my eggs? Not much right now. Really have no clue if you're ovulating, how often you're ovulating, if you are breastfeeding and have recently given birth, and that is the case. I would absolutely love to have another baby. That is mine and my partner's biologically, but you know, who knows if that's in the cards. For the time being, I'm very much enjoying the 2 that I have, but I can't help but think about that. As far as foster care, if you followed me last year, you knew that me and my partner finished our foster training almost 9 months ago now, but we paused the certification process because I was pregnant and we were expecting the baby. We still have it paused, and after reading a bunch more books, listening to more people who have been adopted, I think that for me, I rather be a foster home to kids who are likely to be reunited with their parents and advocate for those parents or family members of the kids to get their kiddos back. And the fact that for the most part, it just feels like this like really gross private industry fueled by businesses making money off of selling children to families. I struggle to ever think about doing adoption. I don't think that's probably in the cards for us because of my ethical concerns, but fostering maybe still is. We'll just have to see what happens. So those are really the updates here, and Sunny's knocking on the door. So I hope you have a good night. Bye guys, come on in. How you doing, bug?